So, Ark Survival Ascended Ragnarok has 3 different boss fights, and in this quick video I will show you how you can easily solo all of them on Alpha. Hello and welcome. In this quick video I will show you the best and most easy way to beat the Ice Queen boss on Ragnarok. This boss gives you a crazy amount of loot and you can also collect the artifact of the pack. So first things first, you need to know where to find this cave. If you go up with the cave, I will give you a quick look from the outside and I'll show you the map in just a moment. So you want to look for this big hole in the wall, and to the right side you have the very noticeable Viking Bay with the blue up in the distance. And the location on the map is just about at roughly 31 lat, 38 longitude. So we do not want to forget our pyromane, so pick up your pyromane, make it small real quick, and you will see in just a moment how insane this is. Right, so this video is going to be focused on giving you the most efficient way, the quickest way towards the boss, and how to defeat it easily, so you can farm those drops or just straight up get the artifact, right? In another video I have it focused on the loot, but this time we are going to show you a very easy trick to, get to the boss quick and get the artifact. So let's get started. So of course do not forget that you need to have your pyromane on your back and ignore these bears. Do not get too close or they might attack you. So at this point you can go left or right. So coordinates on the map right now, we are going to take a left. Be sure to crouch and do not get stuck. Also very important, you might have noticed we have a soup. This soup is called Freer curry. If you have it, bring it, because this will keep you warm. So you will need less med brews or maybe none at all. Now you got the option to go left, middle or right. We are going to go through the middle. And you see your little buddy right here. He needs some help, so we are going to go down here. Be sure to take it slow, so you do not take any fall damage. While you're down here, throw out your pyromane, make it large. Pretty sure we fit all the way through now. Yeah, so this is by far the quickest route, but this can still be quite confusing, but I will explain how to go. So go up the ramp and take the first left. We are going to ignore all these worms, so there's some loot here, but same thing. We are going to ignore that. We are going straight towards the boss. Okay, now hold R and be quick that you can make it small. And just simply ignore this, you have to do this quick by the way, so you need to be used to this attack. Then you can go left and right. Again, coordinates on the map right now, but be sure to make it large again. So we're going to simply move forward. Ignore these worms. I mean, you can fight them if you want, Let's just fight one to show you how fast we kill it. And we are using nothing special, 400 melee, 5k healed. There we go. So you can basically farm this boss very efficiently. So to our left there will be another loot crate, but again we are just doing this for farming a boss real quick. So that is what we are going to do. Okay, now make it small again. That's what she said. Okay, moving on. So at this point you just simply jump down. There's no need to worry of anything really, but you can use a parachute if you really want to. Okay, now very important for this part, you need to not do it too early, make the pyromane large, because there's an invisible barrier. So now at this point simply ride it and jump down. So there actually is a trick on how to beat this boss as well. But what you can do, yeah, let's see. So the best thing what you can do is simply bite it like this and go inside a circle. If done correctly, the boss will not hit you, or at least, you know, not that often, if that makes sense. So simply bite while you're running. I think this is only the first time that it hit me. And in case you do not know, this Pyromain will do damage over time. Alright, so as long as you hit him, same like with a bleed effect dino, he will do a lot of damage, even while we're not attacking it. You know, you see this 235, so this one is for science. This is while we're not attacking it, you know, this is just the flame building up. And as you can see, if you do it properly, you could do this with a very basic Pyromain. You do not need anything special, and I am doing this on official server difficulty. So this, you know, boss will have exactly the same health and deal exactly the same damage as on official servers. So you can definitely do this easy. Well, I'm just standing still now, but as long as you do this right, it's very easy. Come on. You're getting very close now as well. Also, if you can do me a massive favor and hit that like button and place a comment, I would really appreciate it. So once you defeat the boss, we're going to check this out now, because why not that? You get some amazing loot. So you got 4 loot gates, and then nearby you also have the artifacts, which we are going to check out, of course. So let's have a look. As you can see, this is basically the best loot in the game, in case you're unfamiliar. You know, the highest quality possible. You can get flak blueprints here. You can get fab snipers, pump shotguns, I believe as well. You know, so the loot table is amazing too. Let's have another look. Look, cap, long neck. Well, on officials this will be reset. So to our left is the artifact and to our right is the exit. So I will quickly show you the artifact. And this room, if you've never been in here, is pretty cool as well. So you got this Giga which is nearly dead, you know, just chilling here. So here we go, the artifact of the pack. Location on the screen right now. And to easily find the exit, just go to the other door and you're done. Hello and welcome. In this quick video I will show you how to easily beat the Alpha Ice Wyvern boss on Ragnarok. This is by far the best strategy. So for this you need to go to this location. We are at the Green Obelisk, located at about 57 lat, 38 longitude. And we are using some decent Terzinos. They all have the same stats. You know, they all have about 17k health with 700 melee, and you also are going to use sweet veggie cakes. And you will see why in just a moment. So to start the boss fight, this is what you need. And the setup of this boss fight is very important, so be sure to stick around. Also, double check that all the tames are inside. Okay, once you spawn in, you want to jump on the UT and whistle neutral. This might seem weird, but it is needed. Then, whistle all and make them follow you. So this is going to be kind of a weird fight, but you will see what I mean in just a moment. So wait for the terrace, and then in the middle you want to whistle stop all. What we are going to do is, might seem a bit weird, you want to use the Terzinos as some sort of a shield. And this will make sense in just a moment. So these worms are actually quite strong, do not underestimate them. But I did a lot of testings, and the Terzinos take much less damage and deal much more damage than a Rex with the same stats. And I will show you this in just a moment. So make them follow you again. Terzinos. So sometimes this happens that they try to attack a dead body, but then you can missile passive, so they follow you again. So I will also explain all the attacks, right? But yeah. So the idea is pretty straightforward. Well, it's a bit different than other times. You will use the Terzinos as a shield, and this will make sense later. Because once the dragon lands, the only downside is it will try and attack you. But as long as you keep your distance, they will attack the Terzinos, if that makes sense. Because if you do not do that, that might be very dangerous. But as long as you follow this video, you will do this boss easy. So while you're down here, you want to pay attention to the dragon, his attacks, because you see this ice ball? If you're not careful, this can do a lot of damage, you know, if it hits the player directly. So right now we're going to whistle stop and use the Teris as a shield. So dodge the ball. This might seem weird, but as soon as the dragon lands, you will see what I mean with this. So while you're waiting, you could choose to shoot the dragon, but in my experience that doesn't do anything. It does not make him land faster, but you can do it to, you know, make it a little bit less boring. It all depends on your luck. Sometimes it takes a while for him to land. So we're basically waiting for that. So dodge the balls. As long as it does not hit you, the player, you're fine. So I think the dragon is going to land now. It should be about time. Sometimes it can take quite some time. Come on, dragon. Land. Okay, it landed. So what I mean now is you're going to stay away. Right? So keep your distance and do the courage roar. This will increase their defense and damage by a lot. But again, do not get too close. If you get too close, the dragon will attack you. So this is why you need to have a little bit of control of the Terzinos. You know, of how they move around a little bit. And as you can see, we're dealing quite a lot of damage. So it's not too bad. I did the same tests with Rexes, and believe me, they take, for some reason, they take 3 times as much damage. So I'm pretty sure the Terzinos have a buff against this boss. Ooh, he almost got too close. So now I'll give you an example what happens if you get too close later in the video. Just to show you why we're doing it this way. So we're making some good progress. And now it's flying away again.
A few moments later.
Come on, come on. So I did see other people as well using Danoniches, but I'm pretty sure that doesn't work on official. You know, with the gigabyte. And even if it does, I cannot believe that it will stay that way, if that makes sense. So this is why we're doing the Terzino strategy. Come on. Dang, can you land, please? Oh yeah. So again, keep your distance. Ooh. Tell me it's not. Oh, look at this, look at this. This is what I mean with keep your distance. Right? It will attack you. But when this happens, best thing what you can do is circle around and move away. Try to make him get stuck in the Terzinos. So we are going to have to be quite careful. I think we're good now. So you see what I mean, what I said earlier. You really want to be careful and keep your distance. Alternatively, you could do it also on just a Terzino, you know?
5 minutes later.
Sometimes this happens. Oh, yeah, attack target. Nice. Okay, I think this is the one. Right, so boost. I believe it or not, we haven't even lost the Terzino yet, and we're using nothing special, eh? Very reasonable stats. So keep your distance. But in all honesty, I would bring some more melee if possible to make this more quick, because I think we're in 15 minutes or something, give or take. So of course if you have higher melee, the boss will die. You know, we'll show the boss fights, which will be nice. Come on, come on. Also, if you can do me a massive favor and hit that like button, share the video and place a comment, I would really appreciate it. There we go, look at that. We barely made it with Yuti, but I will show you that the Terry is actually surprisingly still in reasonable condition, you know. Look at this, not bad, is it? These are with official settings. So once you're done, of course, go to the crate to collect the loot. Hello and welcome. In this quick video I will show you how to easily beat the lava golem. There's not a single video out there which will be so complete and will actually show you the two best methods to defeat the golem that you can do right now. We will not use rockets, a Velonosaur or anything like that, right? So you might have guessed it already, we are going to use a Pyromane. But no need to worry, I will also show you a method that you can do without a Pyromane. But before we do that, let's quickly show you how you can find this cave. So, and I will show you the map in just a moment. So from the outside, what you want to look for, right? So there's a very noticeable landmark, you got this square rock right there, and just to the right of it you see this waterfall with the tree bench. Then a little bit more towards the left, this is the cave entrance, and this is located at about 1828. So moving on, in case you do not know, if you got a Pyromane, when you go into the inventory you can transform this, right? Then you got a little Pyromane, because in case you do not know, you cannot use any cryopods inside, so a Velonosaur will not work. Right? For soups what we use is a kaolin soup and bug repellent. The reason for this is quite simple, right? If you do this, nothing in this cave will attack you, unless you attack it first or get too close. So for this, use a crossbow, grappling hooks, release it. So technically nothing will attack us. But just in case, bring a pump shotgun, you know, so you can defend yourself without needing, you know, the Pyromane. So now you want to be very careful. You want to look for this vine. So go slowly and walk over it, because you do not want to fall down, but in case you do, you can grapple your way out. And you want to be sure to stick around, because you do not believe how easy this boss fight will be, but at the same time there's still some things that you want to be careful of, and all of this will be explained, because a lot of people, they're telling me this boss fight is not worth it anymore, but I'm telling you it is, and you will see this later in the video. Once you get here, there will be a bunch of bugs, but as you can see, they are not attacking me. And that is because of the kaolin soup and the bug repellent. As long as you do not attack anything, they will leave you alone, making this much more easy. Unless maybe you get too close, because you can see these bad sides, they might attack me. I'm not sure. And once you are here, you can just do the bridge thing to the right, or you can grapple, but I like to do this on foot. There's no need to grapple just yet. Then same thing for this bridge, but we can just walk over this. At this point you might want to grapple right here. This is probably your best bet. Then you can release and grapple again here. Optional, you can bring some parachutes to make this maybe a bit more easy. Then, as you can see, we got the loot gate right there. Let's check this out real quick. And we are very close to the boss fight, so you need to grapple a little bit lower. You're a bit stuck here. Let's check this out. So as you can see, very high quality loot. This is the highest quality in the game, so just from doing this you do not want to miss this. So what you want to look for now is over here where this lava bit is, and in the distance we can see another drop. So you want to be careful here. Best thing you can do is just jump over here and walk. It's pretty easy. Saves you gapples, then just gapple here. And release. As you can see, very high quality loot, and I do not have anything boosted, so even on officials, this will be extremely high quality. So once you make your way down here, you will see the artifact. As you can see, nothing attacks us, and that is again because of the soups that we use. So you want to gap right here, and this is the artifact of the hunter, I'm pretty sure. Gap up here. And I will show you the exact cave location in just a moment. So if you are here on the map, you want to go down. And it's not in my world, but in your world there most likely will be crystals. So you're gonna have to destroy this right here. Mine is open since we harvested this a couple hours ago. And then this cave will open. Same thing here, you might want to do this, but what we are going to do is throw out our pyramid. And as you can see, wait, hold on, we are using nothing OP, right? So you can even do it at much lower stats than I'm using, but this is just to, you know, make the video not as long as needed. Oh, we actually did this a bit too early, my bad. Okay, back up. Yeah, so you can see we are now getting the golem to spawn in. And first I will show the pyramid, but I will also show you everything that you do not want to do, and also another really good strategy that you can do right now. No transfers needed, you can do it straight away. So you want to be really careful with this pyramid. You might think that you can go in this lava, but believe me, you can't. Also, what we are going to do is stack this golem. Hold on. So you can see what's going on, you know, that you have an idea what the damage is. Hold on. So if you go near the golem... No! You really do not want to fall in the lava, and I will show you this later in the video what happens if you do. So if you tag the golem, you will see how much damage we do. So let the golem come to you, because this does more damage than you would think. Okay, it's coming up here. That was not the plan, but it should be okay anyway. So if we attack this golem, you will see this will actually do quite a lot of damage, because the fire will stack. It will do like some sort of a bleed over time. So if you walk away now, you see it still does a lot of damage. This is because of the flame effect. For some reason it does no damage to the pyramid, or barely anything. You've seen it did 25 damage to me earlier, right? So how crazy is this? Look, we're still getting damage. I'm not doing this in God mode, believe me. But this method is a bit busted.
5 minutes later.
So we are getting very close now at beating the lava golem. But you really want to stick around, because I'll show you some secret things about these drops as well. Some more info to prove you this is still worth it. Okay. By the way, you do not need to do this. You can do this while the golem is also in the lava, but in my case now he's next to me. So if we jump off, right? So how easy is this? Look, we lost almost nothing because it healed now apparently, but in the whole fight we lost about 1k healed, right? And once you kill this golem, there will be 4 drops spawning. So you can see the quality is insane. It's not as before. They increased the quality, and I'm quickly going to show this in creative so you can see more info. If you point this gun, you can inspect. You see the supply crate? Quality 4. This means this is the highest quality in the game, right? So